Good morning, traders. Manny Cabrera here, co-founder of MDC Trading Academy, with today's pre-market forecast for Wednesday, January the 13th. We're also going to look through our midweek review. As always, let's jump to our news items for today. Today be Wednesday. We just have CPI information, core CPI is all about inflation. A little bit of worry now in the markets because most of the commodities, soybeans, wheat, and copper are all about 40% above where they were at this time last year. So there's a little concern with that. So maybe we have some impact maybe on Thursday with Chairman Powell's speaking based on the FOMC. So we'll see what happens there. And of course, we close the week with core retail sales. Let's go start our technical analysis. Let's take our largest view here. As we can see, market coming off the all-time highs, very expected behavior. There's a lot of things happening, and there's a lot of things happening right now. Obviously, impeachment today and how the markets are going to react. And one thing you have to remember, folks, is we're a week away from the inauguration. But the markets have to develop a relationship with the governing style of the new president and its administration and the market. We have to figure out eventually what his style is. Is he going to be a communicative president? Is he going to be the one who's going to let American people know ahead of time what's on his agenda? Is he going to be that type of president? We're going to know what's going to be happening in the near future so that we can make decisions. If he's going to be one of those, it's going to be like closed box. We'll do things, we'll present them when we're about to do them. That is uncertainty for the market. It creates a lot of havoc. So I think what you see here the last couple of days is just a little uncertainty in the markets. You noticed yesterday we closed in a doji. Today we're opening a little lower. We have cautious, in reference to our volume, is very cautious. Just very, everybody's walking on eggshells right now. Just not sure what's going to be going on in the next several months with the new administration. So that's why you see this kind of tepid market. You know, it's lukewarm market. It's not hot. It's not cold. It's just right. Just people are just trying to feel their way around, trying to figure things out. And that's why these types of markets, you have to be very cautious. You have to be very selective. You know, it doesn't hurt for you to look for that one good trade per day in these particular markets. These markets don't produce a lot of good high probability entries and good high probability areas. You need to make sure that you're very selective in these markets. Let's look a little deeper at our technical analysis of our next time frame here. As you can see, this is the all-time high. You notice how the market is just clearly compressing, and it makes sense. We drew this trend line earlier this week, and you notice how the market has been holding support. Any break with significant volume below these levels here, you got to see some acceleration. Remember, we've had these kind of moves to the upside, but we've also had those kind of moves to the downside. So there's a lot of draft here. Now, just to get technical, to be even more technical, just remember that our support level is way down here at 37.30, 37.29, right around this area here, 37, between 20 and 30. Let's just put it that way so that we don't try to get precise numbers. But right around that area, the 37.20 areas, that's where the market can potentially retrace to if given enough impetus to do so. Okay, so we're talking about right about here, 37.27. We're talking about retracing way down here, and potentially this area here. Okay, so this is where the market can run to, if it figures out that it's not going to like what it's going to be hearing from Washington or whatever the case may be. So you have to be very leery of the downside. You have to have your eyes open for it. As long as we remain above this trend line, we're expecting within this compression market to continue to oscillate between these two areas. Of course, breaks above any area above here, we're expecting markets to come and retest. It may not happen eventually. It may not happen quickly. But if the market does want to go out, that is the first resistant level that the market needs to obviously negotiate before moving higher. So we're talking about potentially a move like this somehow. Now, what are we looking at today specifically? Now, we have a lot of long-term and mid-term analysis. Let's look at a more immediate, which is our analysis closer to our price levels. Closer to our time frames. Let's go right here. As you can see, here's the market. Here's the intraday high from yesterday. Intraday low. If you notice, the market's been moving pretty much sideways. Since the all-time high that we established, we retraced, and we're just pretty much between these two areas. We went above a little bit, above it, Here's where we are, and here's where we've been, and this is what's going on. Major retracement from the run from the intraday low to this intraday high here in the pre-market, and we notice that we have already way below. It's a 76% retracement. Most of the times, that's considered a change of direction. So if this area that was support holds as resistance, we're expecting more down movement. That'll be our first move, would be towards the downside, potentially retesting this high here. Now, the market can oscillate between the two areas. I mean, this is pretty much what it's been doing. It's been going up and down and up and down and up and down within this price range. So this would complete the oscillation from this high to this low, from this high, and then we went from the low to the high, and now potentially coming from the high to the low, and then we'll see what happens when we get here. Remember, I told you about that potential downside, so keep your eyes open for that. Do not rush the market, guys. Be very precise with this market and be very patient. Take care. Have a great session. See you soon.